They told you the Bible was a European story. White-robed prophets, pale saints, a blue-eyed Christ shining through stained glass. But what if I told you the truth was never theirs to own? What if, from the first breath of Eden to the foot of the cross, Africa was always there? Tonight we reveal what history tried to bury. 8 secrets about black people in the Bible they never wanted you to know. The Bible doesn't begin in Rome. It doesn't begin in Europe. It begins in a garden watered by African rivers. Genesis 2:13 says, "The river Gihon flowed around the land of Cush, ancient Ethiopia and Sudan." For centuries, artists painted Eden as a European paradise, but the Bible itself points straight to Africa. Before nations existed, before empires rose, God walked on African soil. Imagine if every African child grew up knowing Eden touched their homeland. Would history have looked the same? Genesis 10, the Bible's first map of nations, centers on Ham's sons, Cush, Ethiopia and Sudan, Misraim, Egypt, Put, Libya, Canaan, Israel and Palestine. Africa wasn't outside the story. Africa was the foundation of civilization, and the biggest lie ever told? The so-called curse of Ham. Open the Bible. The curse never fell on Ham, never on Cush, never on Africa. It was a lie created by colonizers to justify slavery. The Bible honored Africa. History hid it. Numbers 12 reveals one of the most explosive and ignored stories in Scripture. Moses, the great prophet, married a Cushite woman, a black African woman. Miriam and Aaron attacked him for it, and God himself came down in a cloud to defend her. Miriam was struck with leprosy. Her skin turned white as snow, a divine reversal of the racism she showed. God stood with the African woman, yet her story was erased from paintings, from sermons, from Sunday school. The prophets didn't see Africa as lost. They saw it as chosen. Psalm 68:31 says, "Ethiopia shall stretch out her hands to God." Isaiah 18 speaks of a tall, powerful nation beyond the rivers of Cush, bringing gifts to the Lord. Zephaniah 3:10 declares, "Worshippers will come from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia." While Europe later used the Bible to justify chains, the prophets were already honoring Africa. So why were these stories hidden? Because power needs a narrative. Empires rewrite history, but Scripture tells the truth. Africa was not a footnote. Africa was not cursed. Africa was not late to the story. Africa was there, from Eden to Exodus to the cross. This is not a European book. This is the world's book, and Africa's fingerprints are all over it. Like, share, and subscribe. Because in the next episode, we uncover the remaining 4 secrets they never wanted you to see.